Norway's King Harald V, Europe's oldest reigning monarch, has died at the age of 89. In a statement, the Royal House of Norway said, "It is with deep grief that we announce that His Majesty King Harald has passed away." King Harald died peacefully at Oslo University Hospital this morning at 6:35 a.m. local time. The monarch, who had been on the Norwegian throne for 35 years, was taken to hospital last week for treatment for a rare blood condition. In the 24 hours leading up to his death, members of the royal family visited the king, while crowds gathered outside the palace to lay flowers. Norway's royal palace has lowered the flags to half-mast. King Harald is survived by his wife of almost 58 years, Queen Sonja, their son, the new King Haakon, their daughter, Princess Martha Louise, and 6 grandchildren. And you can see there the live pictures we've got of Oslo showing the palace there with people turning up to pay their respects and lay flowers. They've been doing so actually for several days now as the king's health deteriorated. But you can see there many crowds joining the others already there to pay their respects and lay flowers. Let's hear now from our correspondent Daniel Sanford as he takes a look back at the king's life.
Until his death, King Harald, who was 89, was Europe's oldest living monarch. On the throne since 1991, he'd been in poor health for many years and using crutches in public appearances. Even before his death was announced, hundreds of people had begun laying flowers at the royal palace in Oslo as news spread that he was in a very serious condition.
Scene of a royal wedding, a love story with troubled beginnings which ended...
As a young prince, Harald became the first future Norwegian king to marry a commoner, his beloved Sonja, who he dated secretly for almost a decade.
He told his father, King Olav, she was the only woman he would marry.
He was part of the Scandinavian tradition of royals living a relatively unassuming life. 10 years ago, he celebrated his silver jubilee with a skiing party outside the palace. And he was moved publicly to tears at the memorial to the 77 people who died in the 2011 massacre carried out by Anders Breivik. As Norwegian king, Harald was part of the close-knit network of European royal families. He was the late Queen's second cousin. Because the Nobel Peace Prize is awarded each year in Oslo, he was on good terms with many of the world's most respected human rights activists, like Venezuela's Maria Corina Machado. In recent years, the family of his son, the Crown Prince Haakon, had been tainted by scandal. First, his wife, Crown Princess Mette-Marit, had to apologise for her friendship with Jeffrey Epstein, and then her son from a previous relationship, Marius Borg-Høiby, was convicted of rape, a conviction he's currently appealing. Now Crown Prince Haakon will become King Haakon, bringing the scandals even closer to the throne. Daniel Sanford, BBC News.